There are different reasons for why bloggers recommend individuals not to visit Egypt. For instance, there are a lot of scamming in Egypt, high prices, customer service is not well. All these problems that had faced you as a tourist who visit Egypt or as an Egyptian who want to hang out. Really, this problem was before founding Thoth. If you want to learn more about Thoth and how it's going to change your opinion about tourism in Egypt, just keep watching. Thoth had founded by a group of passionate teenagers working for making their community a better place. The founders are Ahmed Nihad, Muhammad Tariq, Minna Hamdi, Ahmed Wael, and Zainab Muhammad. On the last day of the offline part of the program members decided to visit Karnak Temple. In reality, the team at this time was disappointed. As a result, we didn't have an idea for the project. At this time, the team was thinking about an ordinary project idea such as solving an energy problem or a health problem. The team got a brain we have about creating a mobile app to assist tourists in having a great experience in Egypt. The team came up with this idea after remembering different situations that had negatively impacted their visit to the temple.
The most frequent question is why you founded thoth. Okay, I am going to explain it for you. As a result of the fortune that happened between 2011 and 2013, the tourists thought that Egypt wasn't safe enough to visit. For instance, the most of girls who had visited Egypt as a tourist have a sexual harassment. Our results weren't only based in Google search. Our team went down to the Karnak temple to ask the tourists about their experience in Egypt and the problems that they faced.
The only problem that is not a problem because I understand that it's for tourists, but the people are always asking you for, they are trying to sell you this and every second, so maybe it's the only stressful thing sometimes. But
Accordingly, the tourists didn't prefer to travel to Egypt because of the high budget that needed to go there. In 2008, the tourism industry reached its peak. Accordingly, the government hired new employees for work in different positions in this field. So, most of fresh graduates apply because in this period, the individuals who was working in this industry was having a high salary. Unfortunately, the fortune was the primary cause of decreasing the number of tourists who visited Egypt from 12.7 million tourists to 8.5 million tourists, which led to more than 50% of employees who was working in this industry had been fired. In addition, the decrease in the number of tourists caused an increase of the value of dollar from 5.45 dollar in March of 2010 to 7.60 Egyptian pound in March of 2015. Accordingly, the individuals who work in the industry have been exploiting and scamming the tourists for having the same profit rate.
And that made the tourists face a lot of problems, leading them to have Egypt in the not recommended places to visit. So, we thought of that we need to stop this before we reach the breaking point. And our application does the job. We will make the tourist experience better using the technology. Like that, the worst thing that have faced almost all the tourists will be gone, which is scamming. Because the scammer won't have any chance to say any lie to the tourist, like a fake price or a false information or anything else. And this will lead to a decrease in the tourist complaints and an increase into the number of the tourists coming to Egypt year by year, which will lead to the growth of the Egyptian economy that all of us seeks to. And our project has a great advantage, as it's an application that will cost the state $0 and that it has the ability to change and motorize greatly over time. And thus we will help the state immediately by attracting tourists to progress. And the state will not be the one who help us with money to start our project, because we want to help the state to improve the economic situation, and because it's impossible for a country in a difficult economic situation to contribute in solving the problem of the planet. And when we talk about thoth, you need to note that it will be under the auspice of the Ministry of Tourism. And certainly, through this presentation, you may be asking yourself, what is the meaning of thoth? And in fact, thoth is the name of the god of the knowledge in the ancient Egyptian mythology. And we chose this name because we want to teach people what true Egypt is. And therefore we chose this name. Now we will be talking about the app's features. First, when you open the app, you will find a lot of languages. Thus, you will be able to choose the language that suits you and make you feel comfortable while using it. And based on the language that you have chosen, we will recommend the best available tour guide that speaks the same language. And it's up to you if you want to change the language. And we were using the AI technology to make videos that tells the tourists a general information about the place that they are visiting.
Any startup would improve its service as time passed. As a result, we devised a strategy for the future of thoth. Thoth will open a volunteer opportunity for anyone who wishes to assist tourists. The requirement will be announced in the future. The goal behind this step is to make people feel safer in Egypt, because each group of 10 tourists is going to have a volunteer who is fluent in English for helping them. According to the tourists who had met with Ahmed Wael and Ahmed Nihad, adding a record voice in Arabic to facilitate interaction between local vendors who don't speak English and tourists who don't speak Arabic is a great step for our company. Furthermore, AI technology will be used to protect tourists from scams. Through the image, artificial intelligence determine the price of the product, and one of our future plans is to create system based on developed AI technology that will give you recommendations based on your location, such as if you were in Cairo, the app would send you a notification telling you about some nearby places to visit, which could be an ancient site, a restaurant, or anything else. And one of the most interesting plans that we have got that we intend to the future to make a game inside our app for the children. We want to make this game funny and useful. This game will let them know more information about Egypt, so when they have the chance to visit it with their parents, they will be excited about it. And now I think that you know everything about our project thoth.